Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're doing a pick a card reading on the messages and blessing from your guides. Very excited about this video. We're gonna have a look specifically into the main messages that your guides want to talk about, what area of your life your guides would like you to focus on, what type of action should you take in order to align with your highest good, and what type of blessing your guides are gonna bring in your life very soon. So yes, very excited to get into it. Before we're gonna have a look into the different piles, just a small disclaimer that this is a general reading, so please only take with you what resonates and completely leave out the rest. So for this reading, as per usual, we have 4 different piles that you can choose from. And if you're more of a visual person, we're gonna have a look up close to the crystals. So you can choose by either the number of the pile or by the crystal associated to it. So for pile number 1, we have this piece of crystal, pink crystal egg. For pile number 2, we have this piece of crystal or quartz. For pile number 3, we have this piece of tiger eye. And for pile number 4, we have this piece of Flourite. You can pause the video if you need more time in order to choose the pile that you resonate the most with. And once you're ready, you can scroll down into the comment section or the description box in order to find your reading. So I'm very excited to see you there. Bye. Hello pile 1. If you chose this piece of pink crystal egg, then this is your reading on the messages and blessing from your guides. So we're gonna get right into it. We have, as per usual, got a lot of different deck of cards. So we're gonna put first the tarot cards, and then I'm gonna add the clarifier, the oracle card clarifiers. So we are beginning with the Empress, the Four of Voices, which is the Four of Swords, the Fool, the World, and Death. Wow, we have out of 5 cards, we have 4 major arcana. This is huge. Wow, I feel like I'm getting goosebumps. I feel like this is gonna be quite an important message for you to hear. So yes, as I mentioned before, please only take with you what resonate, but I feel it's gonna be quite a potent message for you. So then for the first set of cards, we have, as we already saw, the Empress. We have from your healer guides the card of Denial. And we have do what you need to do. It might be difficult, but now is the time. And these cards represent the main message that your guides want to talk about. So, okay, let me just first squeeze them all together. There is space for everything. Okay. So I feel like the main message at this point that you guys really want to talk about, I feel like there is something that is either connected to you or to the people around you that you care about that you haven't been willing to see, and you being kind of like putting it on, you kind of been putting some blinders. Because maybe it's self-protection, maybe it's self-preservation, maybe it's even like from a place of like caring about the other person and thinking that you're doing the best for them by not really point out what is going on or what is out of balance. But I feel like it's coming from a place of like self-care, this having to like, I feel like your guides is really coming in strong with this. It's like, do what you need to do, you know. It's like, even though it might be difficult, but now is the time. where is the time to firstly acknowledge and be willing to see, and be willing to be honest with yourself about this specific either pattern or like type of action that either you take or other people that you are around you that you really care about take, that you know is not healthy. I feel like you know deep inside what like it's something healthy for you and what is not. And I feel like you do get you're getting a sense about what is, because I feel like it's really, really connected with your self-care and this sense of nurturing towards yourself and as well towards others. So I feel like it's generally coming from a good place, this denial of not really seeing, but I feel like has been going on for quite a while, and this is really the time to first of all be honest about it, and then in a sense, like if it involves other person as well, talk about it with the direct person. And even if it's difficult, that part of like acknowledging and seeing and kind of being honest with yourself, or being honest with somebody that you really love or care about is essential. Like it feels like it's a very, very important thing. Like I'm getting this very gentle goosebumps of like and I can feel like almost like wanted to cry, because it feels like it's a very sensitive topic, but it's so important that you become really honest with yourself in this. And I feel like while I'm talking about it, like whether you were not sure about it or not, but I feel like the pattern or the thing or the person or the action that is for you need to become kind of more honest about is already come to the surface to your mind, or you had the thought, maybe it was that, maybe it's connected with this person. So I feel like it's already come to your awareness, and I feel like it's important that you do you do take action in the sense of like being really, really honest about it with yourself and whoever is involved in this. Next up, we have what area of your life your guides wants you to focus on. And we have the Four of Voices, which is the Four of Swords, as well as Deprivation with Healer Guides. So this is a message from your healer guides. And we have as well Mercury with Communication, Swiftness, Agility, and Travel. I don't know where I'm going to put all the cards. Okay. So I feel like the area in your life that your guides really want you to focus on is number one. I feel like this is very, very clear, is making sure you get enough rest, like to nurture your body, to do what you need to do to care about yourself. And the self-care, not necessarily from a place of like, oh, going for a manicure or pedicure or something like more like light, but what I really refer to is the self-care to do what is right for you, what is deeply nourishing for you and for your body. I feel like there is an element of having to get more rest. Number one, like it's really important that you allow your body to rest and your nervous system to rest. And with that, I feel like as well, if you've been traveling a lot, or if communication with some people exhausted you, or you have some people in your life that you really struggle to communicate with, and every communication that you have with them is deplenishing your energy, is really important that as well you either take a little break from the traveling or from that person, and you make sure you do prioritize your rest, your body, your nervous system, and your heart. And I feel like another message that is coming through on an important part to focus on from your guides, like I feel like is as well allowing abundance in. So I feel like there is an element of like sometimes when we are exhausted and things don't really flow, we just kind of contract and we don't allow everything, all the abundance that is supposed to be for us to come in. And I feel like the two things are quite interlocked for you, like where the more you allow this rest and recuperation within your system, the more you can, and you're allowing yourself the time and the space and whatever you need to really soothe your nervous system and your body. I feel like you're also gonna open up more for more abundance to come into your life and for more ease to come into your life. Yeah, and there is like this element of the communication coming back. So if you feel like there are some people that really drain your energy, especially on the communication level, please allow yourself to be honest with them, to express how you feel, and to take breaks when you need them, and when you feel like you're coming to a place of being depleted by spending time with them. Next up, we have what type of action you could take in order to align yourself with your highest good. And we have the Fool, as well as Leap of Faith from your guardian angel. So this message is from your guardian angel. And we have as well Theater with Participate, Challenge, Co-create, and Content. I love that both the Fool and the Leap of Faith actually talk about the same thing. Is literally, the Fool is about really new beginning and taking a leap, and which is really a leap of faith, because there is a lot of faith within the card of the Fool. So I feel like an action that is very important for you to take at this point is, I'm getting like some very amazing goosebumps right now. Like at the same time I want to cry, but it was not a cry of before. It's a cry of like, oh my god, I cannot believe like this is happening, like that kind of cry, you know, like that kind of like, oh my god, I'm like, it's time, you know, is the time to kind of like come out, you know, almost of your shell, and just kind of like express yourself and be yourself. And I feel like there is like a new big chapter coming for you, and it's a chapter in which you do have to take this leap of faith, because it's a new chapter. It's something that you don't know how it's gonna go, how it's gonna be, and it's like here the logic is not really important in this. It's not about having everything planned out, have all the steps like written down, everything planned down. It's about really taking the step that will make you be more of your authentic self. I feel like there is such a new beginning coming in for your side, and your guides are really kind of like almost pushing you on that, where it's your, I feel like it's a rebirth. And especially with the Theater card, I feel like for many of you it's a calling to become the main character of your story, the main character of your narrative, and to become the protagonist of the movie of your life, of this lifetime. And it's, if you have taken step backs to prioritize other people, or almost to enable other people like downward spiral and not having step into your power, I feel like this is really the next step that your guides are guiding you on. Is the time to really become, as I said already, the main character of your story, of your movie, and to really fully embody your authenticity and your and your light. And I feel like for some of you there is already a clear picture of what that is. Like there is it's a work project, or like a big step in life that you're gonna take. But I feel like this is not something like, oh, I'm not quite sure what this is about. Like this is something that you do know what that step involves at this point. You know, I feel like your guides have already been kind of like gently in the past, kind of like nagging you towards that direction, and now it's like, okay, now is the time, now it's time to take that leap. And like, for example, if you're like starting a project, starting your own business, started to do like something you is really moving your heart, or like going in a place where you're gonna have more attention driven to you, and where like maybe you're gonna become more known, beginning something that really is gonna help you to become the main character of your story. And I feel like there is an extreme amount of like empowerment in this step, but it's also gentle empowerment. It's not like that crazy fire that is gonna burn your life or gonna burn everybody involved around. But I feel like it's gonna be like a beautiful new beginning, and I feel like the excitement, and I feel like I almost wanted to cry, but out of excitement, not like out of like, oh my god, like it's just a beautiful, coming to your power, coming to your own greatness and light, and taking charge of your story, and taking charge of your the role you play in your story. So I feel like it's a very empowering step. Next up, we have what type of blessing your guides are going to bring in your life very soon. And we have the world, as well as truth from your higher self. And we also have jump in with Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So I feel like the first blessing that your guides are gonna bring into your life very soon is this knowing that, like the new beginning that you're gonna have is something that will have like a fulfilling ending for you. It will have something like, it will be a sense of completion, even just beginning this new chapter, this new journey, because it's you coming into your own power. And I feel like, like one of the blessings that will help you to also do that and to step into this new chapter is being really honest with yourself and having the truth from your higher self of what we were speaking about, like the things that you were either in denial or you were not willing to see. You will have the blessing from your higher self to be able to actually see very clearly what you need to see, so that you can step into this new chapter with even more conviction, even with more, in a sense, like confidence. This is what you're meant to be doing, and this is like really the next chapter of your story. And I feel like the blessing as well, another blessing, I feel like there's many blessings actually here, but another blessing that is your guides are gonna bring you is that even though you might feel like a little bit like scared, there is like a lot of excitement that will give you this element of truth, and kind of seeing the truth behind the curtains will allow you to really feel like this sense of trust, and to have the courage to jump in and to begin to this new adventure, and jump in without having fear, jump in with having full trust in this process. And I feel like you're jumping in knowing this step is gonna help you to arrive to fulfillment and to a bigger sense of completion and wholesomeness within yourself. And it might also gonna bring you to travel, but I feel like it's gonna come from a place of like not exhaustion that we were talking about, but from a place of like nourishment and nourishment and something that is smooth and feels like very aligned. Next, we have some more blessing actually that your guides are gonna bring in your life very soon. And we have the Death card, as well as Boredom with your teacher guides, and Midnight Sun with creativity and bonding. So I feel like there is like a huge transformation that is gonna come out. out of this process and this new beginning. I feel like you're gonna transform yourself and your life, and I feel like there is like a gift and a blessing into some specific things that will make you feel like in the past even bored, or that make you feel like stuck. I feel like you're gonna find the gem in those things that somehow, yeah, even hold you back. You're gonna completely alchemize them, you're gonna transform them, and I feel like you're gonna, like, it's a mixture of creativity and your capacity to elevate things. You're gonna turn them, alchemize them, and they're gonna become actually your main point of strength. So there is gonna be, I feel like, a complete, like, I feel like this is a huge gift, because this is gonna create abundance in your life, but it's also gonna create more connection with people, whether it is the people you're going to be working with or your partner. Is going to deepen the sense of connection that you have with people, because you have a better understanding of yourself and you can support more people in the process. And it's going to just bring you as well more abundance, because all the blockages that were holding you back and were there, they will be completely washed away. So there is like a really big transformation. And even though it's like from outside, it might be not something that visually can be, seen, internally I feel like it's gonna be actually quite big. And it's like this process of alchemization, where you're gonna transform what it was maybe a rock into gold, literally. So what you felt like or thought that was something that was holding you back, or that was something that it made you bored, or you were like, I don't know what to do about this, like, you're gonna turn it into gold, literally. So I'm very, very excited for you, my dear Padawan, like, about all this incredible shift and blessings. I'm really, really curious to know if this reading resonated for you. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you feel like you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this piece of crystal or a quartz, then this is your reading on the messages and blessing from your guides. So excited to see what we got for you. As per usual, we have quite a lot of different decks and cards. So we're gonna begin first with placing all the tarot cards, and then we're gonna see the clarifier for each card with the different oracle decks. So to begin with, we have the Knight of Emotion, which is the Knight of Cups. So to place that there. Then we have the Four of Emotion, which is the Four of Cups. And we have the Five of Voices, which is the Five of Swords. Next up we have the Three of Emotion, which is the Three of Cups. And then we have lastly the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Coins. Perfect. Okay, so we begin with the first set of cards that represent really the main message that your guides want you to talk about. And as we saw, we have the Knight of Cups, as well as celebration with the joy guides. So this message is coming from your joy guides. Very beautiful. We're really liking this. And as well, there is a hope ahead with have courage and take heart, for there is hope. So I feel like the main message that your guides want to talk about, that I feel like there is some sense of disappointment for something that in the past or so far hasn't fully worked out. I feel like you were aiming to manifest either a relationship, or either like a project or a job, more money, more abundance, but somehow things haven't fully flown as you wanted or expected. And the main message that your guides want to bring through at this time is that, number one, do not lose hope, because there is plenty of hope ahead. And it's so important that, and I feel like actually the manifestation that you're looking for is really around the corner. but it's so important, and even in the now, even before having what you wanted to manifest, it's important that you celebrate and that you do like act, and you bring the energy, the frequency, as if you already had that thing, that person, that relationship. And yes, celebration keeps coming back. It's so key that the like something in you on a very deep energetical level and frequency level is already celebrating the acquisition of the thing that you wanted to manifest, because you're gonna attract it even faster. So if there is any sense of like disappointment, just to kind of switch the thinking into I already, is like behaving as you already have that, and allowing yourself to celebrate, because it's around the corner, the manifestation that you look for or that you were hoping for. Next up, we have what area of your life your guides would like to focus on. And we have the Four of Cups, as well as invention with helper guides, as well as Aries with commitment, competitiveness, courage, and fearlessness. So I feel like one important, I don't know if so much an area of life, but an important aspect that is very key for you right now to focus on is actually to get down almost to the nitty-gritty of what you wanted to manifest. You know, like to either journal about it or do some vision board, but to really kind of gain more clarity and bring the picture to you even more alive, more detailed, and to allow your intuition and imagination to play a part into how big can it be, you know, that picture, how detailed can it be, how colorful can it be, and to really take the time to go in detail. And I feel like it's a way to renew your commitment towards what you want to manifest and what you want to bring to life. And it feels like there is an element of like having the courage to fully go for what you want and fully ask for what you want. So in this planning, into this vision board, to don't play small, you know, not to play the like, oh, you know, yes, I will be just happy with any partner. No, you know, like to have the most ideal partner, the most ideal job, down, as I said before, to the very little detail, and to not hold back into this vision, into this planning, into these details, because you can manifest what you want. And I feel like it's really around the corner, but not to settle with like a smaller version of what you want just because you think hasn't manifested until now, and therefore like the bigger version of what you want cannot be manifested. That part is like, nope. Focus on all the details, on the bigger picture that you want to manifest, and do not hold back. Next, we have the action that you could take to align yourself with your highest good. And we have the Five of Swords, as well as abundance with your, again, we have the joy guides. I feel like joy is such an important part in this process, to really focus again on joy. I love that. And we have the Lion Heart with prevail, endure, dare, and comfort. No. So I feel with the type of action that you could take, I feel like there has been elements of in the past and as well in the present of like a bit surviving, elements of like struggle or thinking like what you want to manifest, it wasn't coming. And I feel like actually this is the same message of what we saw at the beginning, but to completely like, you know, completely like prevail on the sense of like focusing on the abundance and on the celebration and what you want to manifest and what is going to come to you, instead of focusing on what you lack or what you don't have, what the parts that you're struggling with. Because the more you put energy into the things that haven't been manifested yet, or they're not kind of ideal at the moment, the less you're gonna bring into your life the things that you do want to manifest. And I feel like there is already a lot of abundance that you have in your life that you can already be grateful for and already celebrate yourself for. And the more you do that, the more abundance is gonna come and is gonna bring into your life. So I feel like it's like this almost self-nurturing thing where like the more you kind of replenish the bucket of the abundance and the celebration and the gratitude, and the more of whatever you wanted to manifest is gonna come to you, and the more you're gonna forget or whatever, or you're gonna kind of diminish whatever you feel like is not working now, or this element of survival. So I feel like it's becoming a warrior of, you know, like abundance and joy and celebration, and and just kind of letting go what you feel like is lacking, or what you feel like even what went wrong in the past, or what didn't work out, because it's not really what you're going to manifest. So it's better like to have the full focus on what you want to manifest, and to that sense of abundance, focusing on what you already have in your life that you're grateful for. Next up, we have the blessings that your guides are going to bring in your life very soon. And we have the Three of Cups that again talks about celebration, and we love that. We have as well Shadow with Healer Guides. And we have the Seven Star Sisters with Birth and Creation, Tapestry of Life and Expression. So I feel like one of the blessings, as we said at the beginning, is really having more celebration in your life. You know, I feel like it's just gonna be something that you are gonna allow in your life, and you allow yourself to receive this element of joy and celebrating for what you already have and what is also gonna come to you. And this celebration is gonna allow you to birth even faster. It's like almost like to wave even faster what you do wanna manifest, because you're gonna embody already that energy, and people are gonna see it, and whatever you wanna call in, whether again is a person, a relationship, or is like a new job, people are just they're gonna bring it to you because it feels like you already have it. And I feel like another blessing that is gonna come for you is in a sense this shadow work element, where you're gonna be able to see the side of you that felt like dissatisfied, or felt like was in survival mode. I feel like you're gonna see this side of your, these insecurities or these patterns, negative thought patterns, and you're gonna have a lot of compassion for yourself. I feel like this is a huge gift, because the more you can do this, the more you can allow yourself to go into the celebration, and the more you can allow yourself to go into what you want to manifest, and you don't have the negative pattern or negative thinking to hold you back. So I feel like one of the main blessings as well coming to you very soon from your guides is that you're gonna be able to see these sides and really love yourself for it, and give yourself compassion and self-love for whatever negative patterns or thought you had, or you've been kind of like giving in the recent past. We have a look as well into the last blessing. There is, yes, more blessing coming. We have the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Coins, as well as survival with sorry, it's like thunder, with Healer Guides. And then we have Midsummer Broom with Clearing and Protection. So I feel like another blessings that is coming to you is, I want to say, like the sense of peace, you know, and the sense of being okay with being patient right now, because you know that there's gonna be, you're gonna harvest very soon what you set yourself to get, whether again the relationship, the job. And I feel like your guides are gonna bring you that sense of like peace that comes with knowing, and patience also that comes with knowing that you're gonna manifest very soon what you wanted. So this inner knowing, And another blessing that is gonna come, that you're gonna be able to walk away from this survival mentality that we were talking about before, because you're gonna be able to see your shadow, you're gonna be able to see the reflection, and you're gonna be able to embrace and accept that part of you, so that you're gonna be able to open more to celebration, and you're gonna leave behind. I feel like this is the biggest blessing, really, leaving behind this survival mode. And with this, there is a lot of clearing and protection that is coming through, because you will recognize the things that are not supporting you, the thoughts, especially the thoughts and the patterns that are not going to support you. And I feel like you're going to clear them out of your mind, and you're going to protect yourself with these really positive thoughts and frequency of abundance and celebration and gratitude. So it feels like a very, very beautiful gift, all very beautiful blessing, all aligned for you to really ultimately manifest what you wanted in the first place. And as I said at the beginning, I feel like what you've been working for is going to be manifested very, very soon. So I feel like this is the reading for you, my dear pile 2. I hope this resonated. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. It was very interesting that we got the thunder right there in the reading. It kind of like, it was like, yes, I felt like another confirmation of the potency of the reading. And if you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm hoping to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello pile 3, if you chose this piece of tiger eye, then this is your reading on the messages and blessings from your guides. So yay, let's have a look into it. As per usual, we have quite a few different decks. So we're gonna begin first of all with the tarot cards, and then we're gonna see the oracle cards that are gonna be clarifier for each card. So we begin with the 2 materials, which is the 2 coins. And we have the 6 of voices, which is the 6 of swords. And we have the muse of emotion, which is the king of cups. Next we have the hand muse, which is the hanged man. And finally we have the knight of inspiration, which is the knight of wands. Perfect. Ooh. So now we're going to have a look into the main message that your guides really want to talk to you about. And to begin with, we had the 2 of coins, as well as perseverance with the... So this is a message from your joy guides. I love that. And we also have another card, which is listen, your inner child has something to say. Very interesting. So I feel like the main message that your guides want to talk about is, if you've been like in a phase of being like multitasking, but also having to make some decision, that you feel like you're juggling different things and you might feel like a little bit burned out. I feel like the answer that you look for actually lies into like tapping into your inner child, where it's like there are like parts that you may have kind of like forgotten about, and I feel like those parts are really the answer you'll be looking for. And another message that comes with the perseverance card is to not give up. To not give up on these parts of the inner child, that they are there, because I feel like they have such an important message for you in order to make the decision for your highest good. So I feel like the message from your guides in this specific, the main message is really to tap into your inner child and see what is present there for you and what makes your inner child feel alive and feel like is vibrant and joyful and happy, and to not give up on any of those things, and to not give up on like finding more. I feel like another piece of the puzzle is like finding more balance and more harmony within your life, and to not give up on the parts that make you feel the most alive and to bring you the more balance and harmony. So I feel like this is like one of the big messages that your guides want to kind of bring across. Next we have what is important for you to focus on in your life right now. And we have the Six of Voices, which is the Six of Swords, as well as Caution with the Guardian Angel. And Arcturus with strong will, pioneer, forward-thinking, change-making. So I feel like one area of focus that your guides would like you to focus on is there is something that feels not aligned in your life. And I feel like your guides are really encouraging you to transition and move it. Like both of these cards talk about moving away from something that doesn't feel good and is not aligned. So like looking back at the message that we've seen before, I feel like if you've been struggling in a work situation or struggling with a partner and you feel like there is no way around it, it's to find more balance and to find more peace and to find more joy. The option that you have is might be walking away and walking towards something that does feel like more aligned with you. And I feel like for that, you have to be strong-willed. You have to be a pioneer in pursuing what you feel like is more like, it's like really calling your inner child, and is really like awakening your inner child and the joy the inner child brings, and to be like ready to make change and to be ready to transition. Maybe even like for some of you might even involve like moving somewhere else. But I feel like there is definitely the aspect of leaving something behind that doesn't bring you harmony and doesn't bring you like peace and alignment. And you know it and you feel it. So if this resonates, you know what I'm talking about. Next up, we have what action spirit, like your guides recommend you to take to align with your highest good. And we have the King of Cups, as well as Disruption with the Helper guides. And so many decks. And we have Messenger with Proclaim, Guide, Announce, and Cancel. So I feel like whatever created a disruption of making you feel you were getting burned out, or you making you feel like you had to either move away, whatever wasn't working, and create that sense of disruption in your life and your daily life and your harmony. I feel like it really was a guide. It was a guide, and it was like something that was meant to happen in order for you to find ways to rebalance yourself and focus on what nurtures you, what feels like emotionally mature and harmonious and healing. And even the negative part were part of like a bigger picture. And I feel like it was true that the guides were all like, I feel like you've been protected throughout these all stage of like feeling unease or feeling like disrupted or feeling like burned out, because all of it was geared to happen for you to find a new path and for you to really go to at the core of what nurtures you, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel fulfilled. And I want to show this up close as well. Like, I feel like you were really guided by the universe, and they were like, you were really protected, because ultimately it was a gift, even though it didn't feel like a gift, and even the moving away part might not feel like a gift necessarily, but the whole process is a gift for you to really find what makes you really fulfilled and really alive and really joyful. So ultimately this is also a blessing. But yeah, just like to have the focus on like the main focus is now for you to find what does make you feel like truly fulfilled and truly emotionally alive and vibrant, to reconnect with the inner child part that was feeling like not so alive before or was feeling out of balance. Next, we have the blessings that your guides are gonna bring you very, very soon. And we have the Hanged Muse, as well as Overthinking with Nature Spirits. And we have I'm Sorry with Defenselessness, Writing Past Wrongs, and Uprooting. So I feel like one of the blessings that you're gonna receive very soon from your guides is spending actually more time in nature. So I feel like if you've been struggling with kind of like making decision and being kind of overthinking, your guides will really bring you and encourage you and will end up gifting you spending more time in nature, because it will rebalance you out. And I feel like spending that time in nature will allow you to have like a deeper and a better point of view and a better perspective. And it will all help to allow you to find that part that we were talking about before that makes you more fulfilled. So it feels like specifically spending more time in nature is really something, that a blessing that is coming to you, and having a new perspective on all the tension and all the points of imbalance that you felt. And another thing that I feel like is coming through for many of you is actually like an apology from somebody that did something wrong. So either is the person that is involved in this situation that you want to move away from, and is like extremely recent, is like kind of happening as we speak, or is somebody from the past, but is somebody that will apologize to you for not behaving as they should. So there is an element of as well healing within, like it's a blessing because it's an apology that will allow some more healing within yourself and within that person. So there will be more peace in your life because of that as well. And lastly, we have some more blessings that are coming through in your life as well very soon from your guides. And we have the Knight of Wands, as well as Unconditional Love with your teacher guides. And we also have Feast with Indulgence and Contribution. So I feel like another beautiful blessing that is gonna come your way. I feel like in this process of looking for what is more fulfilling for you, there is gonna be, and reconnecting with your inner child, there's gonna be a lot more self-love that is gonna come through, and harmony within your life. And there is gonna be, I'm gonna show you as well this from close. There's just gonna be so much more love in your life. So I feel like if you wanted to manifest like a partner, I feel like you're gonna manifest like a more harmonious relationship, because everything is gonna come more from a place of internal aliveness and self-love, and not from a place of parts of you being repressed. So there is like a really beautiful shift internally, especially on the self-love side, on the self-compassion, that will also be reflected in you having more fun, having a better community around, or people that you can celebrate with, as well as more inspiration and willingness for adventure, and like having more aliveness within you that will allow you to really go for what you wanted to try a new adventure, being excited about a new project. I feel like you're gonna one of the blessings that is gonna come through, you're gonna feel like way more alive and way more joyful, and you're finally gonna be able to go for what you wanted, whether it was like a specific job or a specific relationship, healthy relationship. But I feel it's all coming through from this key of self-love, by reconnecting with your inner child and really going for things and people that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. So I feel like this is the main messages coming through and blessings that are coming through from your guides, my dear pile 3. I hope this message resonated. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello pile 4, if you chose this piece of fluorite, then this is your reading on the messages and blessing from your guides. So excited to see what we got for you. As per usual, we have quite a lot of different decks and cards. So we're gonna begin first with all the tarot cards, and then we're gonna see the oracle cards as a clarifiers for each tarot card. So we begin with the 8 of emotion, which is the 8 of cups. Next we have the 9 of material, which is the 9 of coins. This is such a beautiful card. Next we have the Tower. Then we have the 4 of materials, which is the 4 of coins. And finally we have the 5 of emotion, which is the 5 of cups. Okay. So we begin with the main message that your guides want to talk about. So we had the first card, the 8 of cups, as well as the card of change from your higher self. And we also have find your heaven. There is a place of wonder waiting just for you. I love that. So I feel like one main message that your guides really want for you to talk about, like to bring to you, is that there is an element of you having to leave something behind. And it can be that is like a job, a relationship, or person, but it can be that it's also like a part of you or a side of you that, like a pattern or like some negative thinking, something that is important for your progress to leave behind, because I feel like there is a change and a transformation. Like you can see, like, you know, there is a butterfly version of you in the cocoon phase, and to be able to blossom into that butterfly, this leaving this piece behind is very, very important in order as well to find your place that really truly feels like your community, the right place for you in life, and like really the dream reality that you wanted to create, not just something that you settled for and you're okay with. So I feel like the main message that the universe is bringing to you is that if there was something that you were considering leaving behind, this is your sign that this is the perfect time to move on from that. And you know, because it's something that will make you feel smaller, it's something that will make you feel less vibrant or less happy or less expanded. And this is gonna really start this chain of reaction of you becoming the best version of yourself, the butterfly out of the cocoon, and it will help you to find the right direction and the right heaven in terms of either place, community, job, person, for you to have this vibrant and joyful life. So very, very beautiful prospect. Next we have what your guides would like you to focus on in this next step. And we have the 9 of coins, as well as goals with your teacher guides. Let's see if we can fit everything. And we also have Procyon with personal development, soul growth, breath work, and light codes. Oh, I love this. So I feel like your guides would really like you to focus on growing your like focusing on your project or growing your business, growing focusing on your goals. And I feel like the underlying message is that the goals that you want to achieve will bring you an incredible amount of success. That is in the cards for you, and it's important right now that the focus really goes on growing these goals and the dedication. And I feel like if you've been already working on them for quite a while, then the reward is really around the corner. And I feel like specifically if you're into personal growth or like breath work or anything that kind of any type of path that raises the vibration or kind of moves towards healing, then this is even more like a confirmation that you will be successful and you will be able to be very abundant also in your life by doing this. But there is an importance of bringing a lot of focus right now on that and to really fully go through all the goals that you have and everything that you want to achieve, because it feels like this is the right time, especially after leaving that piece that you need to leave behind. As we said, either a job, either a person, either a part of yourself, you will know what it is, because it is now really your time to blossom and to also receive rewards for everything that you worked for. Next, we have the action that your guides would, suggest you to take to align with your highest good. And we have the Tower, as well as Magician with Shine, Play, Invoke, and Express. And we also have Growth with the teacher guides. So we have already 2 teacher guides and Higher Self as guides coming through. So I feel like the main action that it feels like is really important to focus on is, number 1, let crumble whatever piece that you had to leave behind, whatever elements that you, person, job, part of you, like you really have to allow it, not just to leave it behind, but also to let it crumble, because the foundation that was built on that were not strong and we're not bringing you to this expansion of thriving, but we're just keeping you small. So to allow yourself to let that crumble, sorry. And I feel like this card as well speak of growth, but growth by really going for what you want to manifest. And even if you feel like, for example, if it's a specific job and you've been doing some training about it, but you don't have real experience yet, to believe in yourself and trust the universe and go for it. Apply to that job, apply to just if you have a person that you have feelings for and you feel like they're out of your league, to still like go for them, because there is a lot of growth that is there for you to actually go for something that you really want, because the universe is backing you, is supporting you, even if you feel like something is out of reach, is really not. And this is your time really to shine. It's really your time to express this part of yourself that like were in the cocoon part, and to really use everything that you learned so far in your trainings and your skills, because this is like the moment where you can really go for the stars, for your wishes, and equally to go about it in a very playful way, not in a serious way, like not in like, I'm doing this and I'm extremely serious and I'm extremely like tense about it. No, to be really kind of like playful, because you know that the universe is backing you, and it's important that you do add play in. Even if when you go and reach maybe for a job that you feel like you're not fully qualified or prepared for, or a person that you don't know if they're gonna kind of exchange your feeling, like to have that feeling of play and lightness when you approach that job, that interview, that person, so that you can also have the highest frequency within the moment and within what is happening. And as I said before, to allow the past and the foundation that you had in the past to crumble, so that you can rebuild these new foundations based on really you going for what you want without holding back. Next, we have the blessings that your guides are gonna bring you in your life very, very soon. We have done the 4 of Coins, as well as Charity with Nature Spirits. Let me see if we can. Try to fit everything in. I kind of move one thing and move everything. Yeah. Okay. And we also have Earth pulsing with Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. So first of all, I feel like one of the blessings that your guides are bringing very, very soon is a better, a firmer foundation. After you allow the old foundation to crumble, like a better and firmer foundation will come into place, because it will be coming from things that, you know, like you're really close to and passionate about, and the goals that you'll be working towards. And it will be a firm and sustainable foundation that will allow you as well to, another blessing that is coming through is like spending more time in nature, where you'll be able to make the most, and in the moments that you're in nature, fully slowing down and appreciating everything. And I feel there will be a lot of beautiful little gifts coming from nature spirits when you're in nature, like sense of peace, inspiration, harmony, you name it. There is a lot that is gonna be given to you just by kind of like resting in nature. So this is like one of the big blessings coming through very soon from your guides. Next, we have another set of blessing coming for you, and we have the Five of Cups, the Five of Emotion, which is the Five of Cups. Next, we have clearing with helper guides, as well as skinny dipping with non-judgment and self-care. So I feel like another blessing that is gonna come through from your guides is that whatever was making you feel that you were like you had to move away from, or it wasn't firm, whatever sense of grief that you had around that person, that job, even that part of you, is gonna be completely cleared. You're gonna, like, after the moment of allowing yourself to move away and allowing that foundation to crumble, the initial one that wasn't very firm, you're gonna have a moment that you're gonna be able to kind of clear as well whatever negative emotion, whatever grieving emotion that was attached to it. So you'll be able to completely clear it, and there is gonna be left just a sense of like enjoyment and also self-care. It feels like a big part where it's like you're doing everything in order to live a more harmonious and more fulfilling life. So there is this element of like allowing yourself to really go for what you want and not have any judgment on whatever that is, how much money you want to make, whatever person you want to manifest. And that is going to be coming from a place of self-care and not from a place of like misguided ideas or people perception. So it's going to be coming from really your guides and your higher self. So I feel like these are the main messages and blessings from your guides that are coming for you, my dear pile 4. I hope you resonated with the reading. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I'll be super grateful. And I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye.